in the timetable that is going to be presented here, we have also decided that in the light of the evidence that has been previously presented, we are bringing back General Masemola. So I think in the event that you may want issues like this ones to be properly ventilated, it's some kind of evidence or including questions that members may, even before General Masemola comes back, so that there is concrete prima facie evidence that this is a matter that the committee has to deal with. What members are saying is that let's back it with sufficient evidence, and if there is a way in which you will want to share that evidence with us, we can always discuss and create that platform for you to share it if you think that it's a very sensitive information that may not be disclosed like this. But we will create a platform for you to share that information with us. Is that okay, Honorable Shoma?
Thank you, Chair. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Advocate, may you proceed.
Thank you, Chair. So we see in green and the dates are for tomorrow and Wednesday, Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, so he will be appearing. Then so we only have 2 days this week. Next week, as you indicated, is also out on the 23rd of February. We've scheduled Sarah Jane Trent and Honorable Adams. We've flagged Sarah Jane Trent because of our understanding that because she was closest to Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, and at the time when he had indicated he was not willing to appear in person and would only appear online, that she then be called in view of Mr. O'Sullivan appearing.
Honorable Matthias, may you please mute yourself? Thank you so much. You can proceed,
Thank you.
Advocate Arens.
So in view of Mr. O'Sullivan himself appearing, whether it is still necessary to call Ms. Sarah Jane Trent in view of our time constraints and also fitting in other witnesses. So we leave that, we flag that, and then on the same day, Honorable Adams, hopefully the Honorable Member will indicate to us his availability. We had arranged to consult with him, I think it was in last week, and somehow we couldn't connect with him. Mr. Mkhwanazi for the 24th of February, currently with Parliamentary Security and ourselves, we are in fairly regular contact with Mr. Mkhwanazi, and we are quite hopeful of a resolution of that matter as soon as possible. And if we don't by Wednesday, we will indicate to you, Honourable Chair, that it might be the case that we would, through you obviously, request the Speaker to authorize to issue a summons and if necessary a warrant if he doesn't comply. But so far he has on a regular basis interacted with us and the head of Parliament Security. On the I think is that the 26th, Lieutenant General Pashlani. Sorry, Vonani, can you move up the schedule? No, after Pashlani. Yeah, then we have Lieutenant General Vuma for the 27th. And then on the last week, or as proposed, obviously, the last week, Lieutenant General Mashakiri and Lieutenant General Sentumile. Then the following day, a day open for public participation witnesses that you see there. And then on the last 2 days, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and Lieutenant General Masimola. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. That's my presentation on behalf of the evidence leaders and parliamentary legal team. Thank you.
Chair, are you there?
Seemingly, you have lost him. You have lost the chair. Proceed to
Advocate Arendse, are you done?
Honorable Chair, yes, I indicated that that's the presentation on the witness schedule on behalf of the evidence leaders and the parliamentary legal team.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think members have noted that we are going to take Mr. Tejana. The next item is on the letter from South African National People's Civic Organization.
Chairperson, are we not discussing the proposal? Chairperson?
Morning, Chair.
Yes, Honorable Kola Barnard, we are going to circulate. We are going to circulate for members to discuss
About the schedule.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, Chairperson. Chairperson, just on the schedule as well, and I'm sorry for this. You will recall that at our last meeting on Thursday, Honorable Nomvalo had raised the possibility of calling the prosecutor who was involved in the Mr. O'Sullivan's matter. Remember, we've written to the NPA, requesting certain information from them, and of course, via written submission. But the thing is, he only gave me today, this morning, the contacts of the prosecutor. So I'm saying, Chairperson, as members engage the schedule, can they also factor the issue of that Prosecutor Mashucha in the schedule as well? Thanks, Chairperson. Chairperson, I'll move straight to item number 2. Chair, on the 17th of January 2026, an organization called South African People's Civic Organization wrote to the Speaker urging her to remove Senior Counsel as evidence leader of the Ad Hoc Committee on account of bias and lack of fairness in the manner in which he leads certain witnesses. Subsequently, the Speaker addressed correspondence to the chairperson of the Ad Hoc Committee on 27 January 2026, requesting the committee to provide her with relevant information in this regard, if any, including affording an opportunity for council to comment in this regard. Our view, Chairperson, is that in order for the committee to avoid a situation where it must deal with a deluge of these letters from the public going forward, the committee must give comfort to the public that the process which the committee is embarking on via this inquiry is member-led. The evidence leader simply leads evidence. It is only the committee that makes a determination or that decides what to do with that evidence. Moreover, the committee also collects evidence on its own via members' questions to witnesses. In a nutshell, Chair, we are saying that our people must find comfort in knowing that this process is led by none other than members of parliament. And to the extent that there are people like evidence leaders who are assisting this committee, their role is limited to that assistance and not to making determinations or decisions on behalf of the committee. Thanks, Chairperson.
Okay. Thank you so much. And the last item on the questions to the president, we have said that we have given members until Thursday after the State of the Nation address to submit questions not only to the president but to other institutions that would have appeared before the committee for further clarity or matters that will need further processing by the committee. So I'm going to circulate the three items: the proposal on the schedule and the request for extension. And then number two will be the letter with the recommendations that Mr. Tejana is making. And the last will be on those questions that members must forward if they have. And I hope that members have also listened to the comments of Honorable Breitenbach when she says that we need to be reasonable with the time that we allocate for members to submit questions so that we make the work of the technical team easier. They must have those responses in time and be able to factor them in the final report that will be made available to the committee for consideration. Can I rotate members for your inputs on the three items that have been presented here?
Yeah, I see Advocate Orange's hand is up.
Oh, okay, Advocate Arendse, may we hear you before we rotate?
Thank you, Honorable Chair, honorable members. I just wanted to request that I be recused from any discussion on the item that concerns me, Honorable Chair.
Okay, that is fair. So then it means let's
I'm
take
sure if my input is further required.
Let's take the two items, item 1 and 3, and then we will release you when we deal with item 2. Is that okay?
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yes, honorable members who are rotating item 1 and 2. 1 and 3, we will deal with item 2 later so that we can allow Advocate Arendse to recuse himself from the meeting. Honorable Sangoni, who is speaking from the ANC?
Thank you, Chair. I will go first and then other members of the ANC may add. Chair, maybe just to start off with some clarity-seeking questions, whether the color codes on the witness schedule represent anything. Mr. Paul O'Sullivan is green, all the other people are red. So can we take it that those dates are confirmed or is it still proposed? And this, Chair, is quite important for us because, as we indicated, if we have to, agree with the extension as proposed based on the availability of witness, it would be our hope that these dates are not going to change. Chair, let me also thank the Speaker, thank the evidence leader for securing the participation of physical appearance of Mr. Paul O'Sullivan. You will know it has always been the view of the African National Congress that neither of the two gentlemen, Mr. O'Sullivan or Mr. Mkhwanazi, must be allowed to appear virtually before this committee, that they should present them physically, to the extent that we fully supported and backed the call that summons must be issued to them. I think from the advice of the Speaker, it's clear that at least we have found a way to ensure that on the basis of rationality, reasonableness, justification, this witness is able to appear before us. So we do thank all of you, the Speaker, the Chair, and the evidence leader for the role that you have played in securing that attendance. Chair, secondly, I also wanted to check on the issue of the witnesses. I'm not sure if Bonani responded to the, I know he responded, but I'm not sure if it's captured in the schedule. The issue that Honorable Skosana had raised about a missing witness, whether that witness has been covered in the schedule, in which case it's not a problem. Otherwise, we may just need to get an explanation what would have happened in that regard. Chair, our hope as the African National Congress is that this is really the final extension. I think based on today's meeting, there's a general view that says where we have justification, we're able to identify persons or people from correctional services, and I know we spoke about NPA that we should call. I think that has been agreed to. But can we now agree that we are casting this program in stone, and we are not going to make changes, save to add correctional services if we need to, as well as NPA? On the issue of Ms. Sarah Jane Trent, Chairperson, I see that there's a disclaimer that we need to consider if it's necessary for her to come. We had long agreed to Ms. Sarah Jane to present herself before the committee, but we would be persuaded if other colleagues think that if Mr. O'Sullivan, as her boss, is here, that sufficiently covers the issue. But we have no view either way on Ms. Sarah Jane Trent. She can appear. We're also amenable if she doesn't appear. And then the final question I have, Chairperson, relates to the matter of the so-called witnesses to be assessed. When can we expect a report on that? Because we don't want this program to now change where there's a discussion that new witnesses must be called. So if we could just get clarity on that, and I think our support on this extension to the 6th of March as the last date of the hearings is based on all of those factors being considered and all of those witnesses scheduled within that period, and no further extensions beyond that. I think maybe let me stop here, Chair, and then other colleagues from the ANC are free to add. Thank you, Chair. Oh, sorry, and then the last item, which was the last item, number 3, you.
Yeah.
Sorry, on the letter to the President. Yeah, the letter is to the President, Chair. The African National Congress has made our submission to Bonani in terms of questions. So we don't have an outstanding matter there. And then I'm not sure whether the deadline of after SONA is the same for letters to other institutions. But at this point, we still have the one letter that we were requesting be written to SAPS with regards to the progress on the investigation of the murder of General Mkhwanazi. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you so much. Maybe before we take the next speaker, if clarity can be given on the color coding, because when I saw it for the first time, I thought those in green were the witnesses identified by the ANC, and those in red were witnesses identified by the EFF. just to just on a lighter note, honorable members, can
Can I
we?
explain?
Yes.
Chair, that green looks like PA green, Chair. Let's just be clear.
Can I explain that, Chair?
Yes, Honorable Tejan.
No, I'm not. Okay, Chair. Chair, the green, remember that the duration of the committee, Chair, even as